Hello and welcome to Val's Crafty Creations. Thanks so much for stopping by today. In this video, I will be sharing with you the June swap for the Crazy Crafty Ladies Facebook swap group. And I'll also be sharing with you the game prize that I won on the last weekend of the month. My swap partner this month was Christine, also the one hosting the games on that weekend. Let's set the swap aside and take a look at this game prize. The question that we needed to answer was how many die cutting machines that she had. The first 3 people to answer correctly were going to win a prize from her. I saw 2 people had guessed 4. I went ahead and also said 4. I won this fantastic stack of goodies here. We have this kit, AC Moore, American Crafts, in the teal colors, ribbon, a little bunting, some baker's twine, paper rickrack trim, 4 pieces. It's signature collection by Sarah Davis, a stamp and die set. Vintage diary. Let's open it up. It looked really pretty. So there's the die, and here's the stamp. Put that back later. This stamp set here, which goes along with the Pool Party collection by Echo Park. I have that collection. It's going to be really great to have the stamp set to go along with it. I'm very excited about that. She also included this pack of smooth mint 8.5 by 11 92-pound mirror cardstock. There's 5 sheets, Tonic Studios. I've always been a fan of their products and I have wanted to try their cardstock. Something else off my crafty wish list. That was a really great prize to win. Very much appreciated. Got back in there. So there you have it. My weekend game prize from Christine. Put that off to the side. For June, I decided to go with the swap where we chose 5 of our favorite embossing folders and some paper to emboss, and then we needed to sand our paper to reveal white 3D folders can be used. And like I said, here are the ones that she did. A little insert that's really cute. So she chose to do a light blue paper with a seashell embossing folder, and then some tan paper with a rope embossing folder. That's pretty neat. Some black paper with a sunflower embossing folder. Blue paper with a tulle embossing folder. That would be perfect for a Father's Day card. Black textured paper with the alphabet embossing folder. That's a great embossing folder. So there you have it. Those are the papers. Those will be great backgrounds for projects. Alright, stick that to the side over here. For Christmas of 2019, I decided I was going to retire my Cuttlebug, purchase a new die cutting machine. Decided to go with the Spellbinders Platinum 6. I was very worried that I wouldn't be able to use my embossing folders with that machine. I did a little research, found out that if you get the purple embossing plate and the rubber mat, that you can do embossing. I've been super leery about running my embossing folders through the machine. With the Cuttlebug, it was just so easy. By joining this swap, it really forced me to build up the courage to just give it a go. So I had a great time going through my stash and trying to figure out what papers I could use that would work with the embossing folders. Found this 8x8 cardstock by Hot Off the Press. I decided I would just give these a try and see how they come out. For my embossing folders, I picked Brick Wall by Doris. And this is how that came out. Just perfect. I had no issues. And this is what it looks like sanded. I really like how that came out. The next one that I used was the Argyle pattern from Stampin' Up. I did that with the teal paper. That's how that came out. Really nice. And here it is sanded. And here's the next one. Baby's Breath design from Cuttlebug. Here's how that came out. And then here it is sanded. And I decided to go with the Anchor Embossing Folder by Kaiser Craft. This is how this one came out. I did it with the blue paper, unsanded and sanded. And the last one is a no-name brand, the Leaf Embossing Folder that I purchased through the live sale. I did that with the yellow paper, unsanded, sanded. And I was having so much fun doing the embossing that I decided to give the papers from Dollar Tree a try. These were the 5 that I chose. Maple leaves with the yellow and orange paper. The anchors with the blue paper. Baby's Breath with the purple, the brick with the reddish background. And the Argyle with the yellow and green paper. Before and after. See, this is this one. Here's blue. And I wouldn't have thought this one would have turned out like this. I like that. And here's the purple, blue. You just never know. I saw these papers and I kind of thought, how am I going to use those? But just by experimenting with my embossing folders, I think they've turned out really great. Looking forward to using those as backgrounds on projects. That was just something extra I thought I would try. We'll set that over there. All right, let's separate this, figure out what else we're going to do here. I thought I would send my partner both the sanded and unsanded papers. So separate those into 2 piles. I decided I was going to come up with some kind of creative packaging, so I looked through my stash and I found a stack of papers. I think hubby found this at a garage sale, so all kinds of different colors of wood grain. Cut down all of the papers so that they were one size, and then I took one of the papers and folded it and came up with a little folder that they would all fit into. Tried to do a belly band or some kind of decoration on the front. So I found this pack of flower die cut stickers I had purchased through the live sale. There are 8 designs, 3 of each, so 24 pieces. Very, very pretty flowers. I went through the package, found 1 of each. I'm going to put 7 in this plastic bag. And here is the 8th one. Then I also found this lace that I had purchased also at the live sale. I took my red and I stitched the lace together. Then I taped over my seam there and ended up making a little belly band to go around my pocket. And then I decided to share 1 yard of each of the 2 colors. And and I distressed around the edges with my ground espresso ink and my sanding block. So, all right, let's put back over here. Okay, so that's going to go in there. We're going to put these in here. So that's going to look really, really pretty on there. We have this little package of flowers and these laces. I'm going to get this all bundled up and on its way to Christine. I sure had a lot of fun challenging myself to use some of my embossing folders. So just a super simple swap this month. I really like my stack of weekend game prizes. So if you're watching, thanks Christine. Well, that wraps up another swap for the Crazy Crafty Ladies Facebook swap group. Thanks again for stopping by today. You take care, and we'll see you again